tankiness of the Dire lineup. They have the mech. Luna has good health, as we talked about earlier, so it might not be enough. And Anti-Mage's damage output right now against BKB targets is very low, and he actually doesn't even want to contribute in fights. You see Quost still not having participated in any kills. He's 0-0-0. I do believe VG Gaming will start putting a lot more pressure with the BKBs. They will look to fight the Radiant jungle.
Is blinked forward to farm here. VG Gaming coming around the corner. Can they lock it down? Oh, he's again! What? You've got to be careful. They pop the drums. They're going to chase this one down. Fisher onto a horse. He's caught out. Echo Slam as well. There's no way he's getting out of that one. Soneko looked for the relocate back out, but there wasn't time for it. And now 6 seconds before he returns. Is he going to be able to get himself back to home? Eyesight starts looking for the kill. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he gets himself back just in the nick of time.
He's going to die too. Oh, he has one target. So, okay, if Ice doesn't miss that scream, that's 2 kills. So, Na'Vi fortunate there to only lose 1 hero with a little bit of a misplay from the Queen of Pain. But they lose the biggest hero that they really can't afford to lose right now.
And off the back of it, Vici, they feel that they've got the space to go for Roshan, and I think they have. With 1 hero down on the side of Na'Vi and the damage and the Roche killing potential that Vici's lineup has, they should be able to make short work of this one.
Getting blessed a little bit here by the RNG gods with a double damage for Super, minus armor aura, Luna aura, they can even drum charge. This is a very easy pick off, and now Vici Gaming definitely in the driver's seat. He's going to go to the Shadow Fiend.
Dandy.
I was not sure if they were going to give that to SF or Luna, but SF might be the better choice in this case.
Dandy, now very close to the Academics here.
He's got to be like 100 gold away, right?
He's less than 100 gold. 30 gold to go, and he'll have that under his belt. Here is Snako as well, but forces at the Shadow Fiend now. Of course, Vici Super starting to look very, very scary. 1,500 gold on top of the BKB, and as you said, with the Aegis on top of that as well. Luna with, I believe that's a completed BKB coming out. You've got a completed BKB now on Luna as well. So this is that time, as you said, where it's going to be very hard for Na'Vi to fight 5-on-5 against Vici's lineup.
Now, just be looking to slow it down a little bit.
Nice ancient stuff here as well on the side of Vici Gaming.
Yeah, Luna is also very good at farming this. Actually, I want to say a kind of unusual build here for Hao. Maxing out Lunar Blessing.
Can they burst? Sights down. Oh, F5 there with the telekinesis to cancel the combo from Denzi. And now it's looking Na'Vi on the retreat. Denzi actually wanting to go back in here potentially. But there's 4 heroes on the side of Vici. They've got to be careful. Denzi and Snake just backing themselves out. Shah's trying to block off Vici. They continue to retreat. And it looks like Vici won't quite be able to chase down the side of Na'Vi, and they do get themselves away.
This is what I was talking about earlier. The moment Na'Vi go for an aggressive play with their Lina, if there's any defensive support, this time it's the Rubik.
Oh,
they just have to disengage.
Gonna get caught out here by the All Supers there as well. Super upon the BKB. They do burst down FY hit first. Fisher coming out onto Soneko. He's gonna just get evaporated there. Super blows him up. They turn their attention towards Funny now. He's gonna look for the TP. Will he be able to make it? No! Lose the beam from Hao. They'll clean up Funny as well, and they take down 2 in return for losing the Rubik there. Vici Gaming with 2 kills, and off the back of that, Vici Gaming, they're starting to break themselves away from the side of Na'Vi. 9 for 5. The farm's looking good as well. Her Vorst is still in there. He's working his way towards the Yasha now. He's just a few gold away from picking up the recipe here. I mean, it's all about how much this anti-mage can do for Na'Vi and how hard her Vorst can carry.
The issue here is Anti-Mage versus Shadow Fiend is not a good Anti-Mage matchup until he is really big. Like, at the current point in time, if they have the same net worth, Shadow Fiend just mauls him, right? You blink in, Shadow Fiend just turns around and hits you, and you actually can't win that fight. So for now, Frost can't really join fights. He's going to hit like a sweet spot if they just keep free farming, where he will be able to... I'm guessing he's going to go Manta into potentially Abyssal, unless he... See, that's the problem. He might have to get a BKB in this game as well to be able to deal with Vici Gaming's side, which is just more farm to be racked up. And a lot of the time in this tournament when we've seen an anti-mage pick be successful, it's because, you know, there's a really key target on the enemy team that you just blow up with Mana Void, and that's your early game contribution, like a Storm Spirit, Leshrac, or something like that. In this game, there's a Quap, but Ice has never really been in a really good Mana Void position. I think the spell has been used once all game, actually, so he hasn't really been able to contribute that much, and that just means, you know, Vici Gaming just get the farming trade, and to be honest with you, Luna also doesn't mind the one-on-one with AM that much. When he gets the Manta, if he comes in, it gives you something for the Glaives to bounce on, and you can actually just... maybe Hao will even be able to man-fight him for a bit.
Well, Force was... he's got to be careful every time he goes to the Dire jungle, as we're seeing, but the Dire got a fair bit of vision in their own side of the map, so anytime Horse decides to go greedy and take those camps, I mean, we saw them, Vici Gaming trying to respond with a smoke gank into it, but Na'Vi were quick with the retreat. They don't get caught out that time, but they've got to be very, very careful when they step over onto that side of the map.
Hao now with the Helm of the Dominator. looking to maximize his farm here. Takes the Centaur Conqueror and sends it down to the Ancient's going to be stacking this. I think the build-up here for Hao is going to be keeping the Helm of the Dominator until he feels like he needs his Titanic, and then he's probably going to go into either a Mantis or Butter now. I think Butter is the better choice in this case. So you can just turn on the Flutter together with BKB and just run heroes down. Not needing to worry too much about sacrificing the evasion right now, as Anti-Mage is still not that big of a threat. And Ghost will definitely not want to be getting an MKB anytime soon, so can also play on that, maybe together with a Solar Crest pickup at some point. And keep giving. Yeah, well, alternatively, you just, go high ground.
I mean, look at the damage they're doing here. Na'Vi needs to do something in response. Is the tier 3 now?
They are not as fast as Vici, I think.
They're trying to push it in return on the bottom lane, but I think they're realizing now TPs are coming back. The tier 3's gone down. They need to defend their base here. Dendy coming in just with the Dragon Slave, trying to force Vici back, and has called out the SF of the Yules. Bottom lane at the same time, there's a bit of a fight going on. Vorst jumping in on time. Oh, no, the void! Blows up size. Now he's going to go for the tower here, and the question is, are Vici going to be able to defend? Vici, they're still fighting in the mid lane. There's 4 of them. They blow up Dendy. They'll find one. They're moving forward here as well, seeing if they can find Hostile. At the bottom lane, though, Na'Vi, they're continuing to push. Vorst to Seneko standing their ground. He's looking for the Rags. He should be able to find it, and he will be able to find the melee Rex now. Ice and Howard coming with his defense. Seneko, with the Trevor TP. He's out of there. He's back to base. He's A-OK. And Na'Vi, they take the bottom melee racks, and they don't lose any racks of their own in the mid lane.
I could not believe that was the outcome of that.
Okay, there for Seneko. I think he's trying to slow them down, and it's going to work. It's going to work. He's set them up. Super gets the mech off, looking for the Requiem. We'll find it. Telekinesis onto Dendy now. Fighting with the Walrus Punch it. Trying to continue the fight, but Dendy's going. The reroll get back out, saving them from the Sonic Wave. Won't save Funnick though, as they'll lose him there in the mid lane. But again, Seneko here with the plays.
Ice has just been missing spells this game. He missed the Scream earlier that cost a kill on the Wisp. In the base, he misses the Sonic Wave onto the Wisp, which the Wisp survives as a result of, and that completely changes this entire base exchange. Whiffing that Sonic Wave also gets him killed by the AM. And now again, another Sonic Wave miss. This is very uncharacteristic for Ice, just flat out having a bad game here, and Na'Vi are taking full advantage of it. They managed to get a bottom melee Rex out of this exchange.
That's massive.
I cannot believe that was the outcome of that. Vici Gaming simply has the faster pushing team, but they just misexecuted it completely.
And now Vorst, he's got that finished Mantis style. He's got 1,300 gold on top of it as well. In terms of net worth individually, I'd imagine he's pretty much well up there towards the top. Yeah, he's coming up to, well, 1.5k above the SF. And this is an issue, I mean, compared to the Lunar as well, there's a huge difference in farm between the AM and the Lunar at this stage of the game.
This is a really big deal. Vorst will... I'm very curious to see his next item choice here, if it is going to be that BKB.
Oh, Dendy moving into the top lane. How is
who's finding who, really?
And SF and F5, but now F5 with the telekinesis onto Dendy, trying to look him in place. Seneko coming in, tries to look for the relocate out, not there in time, and now it's going to be Seneko. He's got 7 seconds left of his life.
He might actually survive.
They have no detection. They have no detection. Is he going to get out with the Glimmer Cape? Oh, no, he's not.
I did not see that cooldown. That is a problem.
Yeah, it was the cooldown. It was literally, I think, a second on top of the relocate back.
Very close. If he doesn't Glimmer Cape off cooldown, he probably escapes that situation. But Vici Gaming might have noticed that it was used on Dendy, so they know it's on cooldown. And stick around for a bonus kill, if you will.
Worth noting as well now, of course, on the Earthshaker, on good old Fenrir, he has now got the Blink Dagger, so it's going to make it that little bit harder for Na'Vi to try and break high ground, and at the same time, make it harder for them to defend their own high ground, because we can expect to see Fenrir jumping straight in. Talking about jumping straight in, Ice going into Funnick, Vorst turned out, they'll turn on Ice with the Rocket Void, blowing up the crop. That's going to be Ice down with a push from the rest of Vici coming on the mid lane. Na'Vi, they are still down Dendy and Seneko, and the damage is going to be enough here. They'll find the range racks. They're looking for the melee racks as well. Can Na'Vi get them off this? It doesn't look like they can, and Na'Vi will lose this mid set of melee racks as well. So a full set of racks down here in the middle lane. Very nice for the side of Vici. Looking for Hao, snowball forward onto Fenrir. Can they turn this fight? Na'Vi, Hao's going to pop the BKB, looking for his way out of this one. Now he's ready to just turn around and go back in. We'll blow up Hardstyle here. Now the question is, are they going to try and look for more fun? It gets the Sigil out, trying to slow down the side of Vici. Ice Charge blocking up Hao. No, we'll be able to walk around them here. Duke it out. Vorst, he's coming into the fight now with the snowball onto Hao. Looking for the lockdown. Vorst being tethered up by him. Seneko. Super getting caught up by the Yules line, striking the Laguna Blade. Super's going to go down. Killing spree here for Vorst as he takes down the SF. Fenrir now the trooper. Blink 4 from Funnick. Gets the Ice Charge. Blocks Fenrir up and down. Seneko turns into the fire. Party with the experience blowing Fenrir up. They'll get themselves themselves another kill now. They're going to force now, applying the pressure onto the mid lane. They might even be able to try and force out a buyback from the SF. Still 50 seconds, the Super's off the map.
They do claim the racks here, Vici Gaming, but they get to pay the price. Anti-Mage getting the kill streak, and on the Shadow Fiend, yet a monster kill. That's another about 1,000 gold going to Kvosto.
He's
Now
got
has his BKB
He's got
and
BKB.
1,200. He's going to be pretty difficult to deal with right now for the Vici Gaming side. The right-click items are not really coming out in force just yet for Shadow Fiend and Luna. And this is the soft spot I was talking about, that they might hit the timing when Kvost is able to really dictate the fights.
I mean, with the BKB, this is it. This is fight time, go time. All the tier 2's taken down now.
They can try to wait for an optional maybe Basher or even the full Abyssal and then go for the play, but it is very important to play around Roshan right now. That is going to be a hot point of contest right now. Neither team, of course, knowing when it respawns. It's a pretty late respawn, almost max time, as a matter of fact.
This has really been kind of a back and forth game here. Both sides totally still in it. Both sides have been able to take down a set of racks. Vici finding themselves the mid racks, and Na'Vi finding themselves the bottom set of racks here. So again, like the first elimination game, a very close match, because we can really feel that both teams are playing their hearts out, as the loser of this, of course, goes home.
This is a very, very tense moment right here. Any mistake right now will cost the Roshan, which in turn could cost the entire game. So they're going to be very, very careful, both teams, not to make one of those key mistakes that gives that away. Of course, we should mention FY currently sitting on Anti-Mage's Blink, one of the very good spell steals that I think they picked Rubik because of. Allows him to initiate from very far away with either the Force Staff or the Blink, and use the other one as a defensive tool to get out again. Even spell steal something else on the way.
Showing up now, under a minute. Na'Vi in the neighborhood. Vici Gaming actually looking towards the top lane. They saw Vorst getting the push on, but Vorst in the tree line.